Noli,
Nobody fucking with me.
we finna make this shit happen.
Doing it 'cause they can't do it.
Played the front in the morning, hit the back when the sun fell. Hiding transactions from the neighbors so they don't tell. Regardless what we spread, this bitch won't hide the dope smell. Niggas get popped, sent to jail as hell, dope tails. How the fuck you still on the bricks with open dope sales? If they ain't did it already, believe they gon' tell. Outsmart the rookies, so the sergeants on our coattail. Yo, what's poppin', man? What's to it? Y'all already know how the squad do it. You gotta stay moving to get through it. I hope everybody blessed and stress free. And if you ain't, start knowing you can so you can stop thinking you can't. Let's get to this content, man. Because poo. So, first and foremost, I want to start by saying, right, sometimes we can allow for reputation to ruin us. See, for the longest time, right, a lot of people never understood that reputation was a drug as well. What people think you are, what you think and what you believe that people think you are is a drug, right? So it's like a person being feared, right? Even though that's not a good thing, that it drives them to want to be feared even more for some reason, you know. So or a person who knows how to get money, right? Like they can get so consumed with getting money that don't nothing else matter. They just want to get money, you know. So then you jump into this persona, right? And then you start rapping, and then you do whatever you do. And you gain popularity from it. Now, popularity is what drives reputation. A popular person will want to be more popular than what they were yesterday. So every day they want to be more popular than what they was then, right? And that's the case with a lot of rappers, a lot of entertainers, I should say, you know, but morely the rappers, you know. And then you got the dudes who in the streets, right? And this is what they got to rap about if they ever do go rap. Okay? So then now you get Pooh Shiesty in his situation. Now everybody got so much to say about what could have been and what should have been, right? But I want to take a different approach. See, I was always taught, right, that your environment scopes and molds your character. Your atmosphere, all of that is who is embedded in you, right? So we got to go back to Pooh Shiesty Daddy, right? Now, what we may know about Pooh Shiesty Daddy, you know, crime boss, as people put it, is, you know, tons and tons of stories, you know, about what he did that just made him this big, powerful motherfucker. And then we fast forward to today, right? And today we have a situation where Pooh Shiesty walked into an altercation with his father. Okay? Now, it's even worse in that essence because as a father, especially knowing that your son looks at you the way that, you know, we all felt or figured that Pooh Shiesty looks at his father. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you knew what was going on, bro. Like you knew what was you knew what should have been and you knew what could have been, right? But it didn't matter to you, you know. So your son becomes big, right? Now when he becomes big, he does some dumb shit. He does some dumb shit, and it almost fucks up his whole everything. And he gets another chance now, which was crazy because it was just like with everything that he did, and then what he done. Like a lot of times, courts they look at not just the nature of the crime, but who the crime was committed against. The all of the factors that this crime hold, right? So what Pooh Shiesty done in both crimes that he was sent to prison for, right? You would think that he would get more time than what he was supposed to, than what he got. Okay? Now, this is the thing. This is the thing. It's come out that, well, Big Shiesty is a big snitch. He's a big rat, you know? And as they put it, if the daddy's a rat, then the son is a mice. That's just the bottom line. We can't look at it in no way other than that, right? So I'm finna show y'all. We finna look at Pooh Shiesty's dad's plea agreement. Okay. Now, what we have on the screen is the plea agreement from Pooh Shiesty's dad from a case that he had with another guy by the name of Rico. I'm gonna go and get his too when I get done with this, because I want to see what happened with Rico, But as you can see, it's definitely his pops. 4/15/2009, Western Division, Court of Tennessee, right? So now, the defendant Lontrell Williams, through his attorney Howard L. Wagerman, however you want to say that, knowingly and voluntarily agrees with the United States through the United States Attorney for the Western District of Tennessee, through the undersigned Assistant United States Attorney, to plead guilty to count 1 of the above numbered indictment charging the defendant with violating 21 U.S.C. 846, and to count 2, 3, 4, and 5 of the above numbered indictment, all of which charge the defendant with violating 21 U.S.C. 841A1. Now, mind you, he is pleading guilty to everything, not just one thing, everything, right? Pursuant to Rule 11C1B of the Federal Rules of Criminal Procedure, and in consideration for the defendant's plea of guilty, the government and the defendant will jointly recommend that the defendant receive a 3-level reduction for acceptance of responsibility under United States Sentencing Guidelines 3E1.1. The defendant understands that if the court does not accept these recommendations, the defendant nevertheless has no right to withdraw the plea. Neither the government nor any law enforcement can or does make any promises or representations as to what sentence will be imposed by the court. The defendant understands that the accurate sentencing guidelines range must be taken into account by the court before imposing a sentence, but that the court is not bound by the sentencing guidelines and can impose any sentence within statutory limits. Now, this is where it gets good at, because this is where we see just how Pooh Shiesty's daddy really is. Based on the defendant's ongoing and anticipated future assistance. Do y'all see that line right there? The beginning of number 4. The beginning of number 4 is outrageous. Based on the defendant's ongoing and anticipated future assistance to the government. Yeah, it is contemplated that the government may recommend to the court a departure in the defendant's sentence pursuant to U.S. Sentencing Guidelines 5K1.1 and 18 U.S.C. 3553E. This would be solely within the discretion of the government and is not part of the plea agreement. Substantial assistance is understood by both parties to require good faith during all phases of the cooperation period, including the defendant's provision of complete and truthful information which assists in the investigation of or prosecution of other individuals, and complete and truthful testimony at subsequent proceedings when needed. The defendant acknowledges that the government's determination of whether the defendant has cooperated fully and provided substantial assistance, and the government's assessment of the value, truthfulness, and completeness of the defendant's assistance is solely within the judgment and discretion of the government and shall be binding upon the defendant. Oh shit. So let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. You take a plea out. I said, I don't know how you just got probation, but you just got probation in the feds, which was crazy work to me. But I see how. I see how your plea agreement states that you have to cooperate and work with these people in the future. You have to continue based on the defendant's ongoing and anticipated future assistance to the government. You are working now. Right now. Should it be judged by the government that the defendant has committed or attempted to commit any additional crimes or has engaged in any conduct constituting obstructing or impeding justice within the meaning of U.S. Sentencing Guidelines 3C1.1 or has failed to make any court appearances in this case from the date of the defendant signing of this plea agreement to the date of the defendant's sentencing, or if the defendant attempts to withdraw his plea, the government will be released from its obligations and would become free to argue for any sentence within statutory limits. Such a breach by the defendant would not release the defendant from this plea of guilty. Now, right? That was bad enough. But then I went and I kept looking, right? And I saw another one. Now, this is in 5/26 of 2016. It's an order of detention, right? Now, what's funny about this order of detention, because the order of detention is like meaning that you finna go into jail, okay? But what's funny about this is this. Let's take a look at this. If you look, right, in accordance with the Bail Reform Act 18 U.S.C. S 3142F, a detention hearing has been held. The following facts and circumstances require the defendant to be detained pending trial. There is no condition or combination of conditions that will reasonably assure the safety of the community or the appearance of the defendant in court is as required. Directions regarding detention. This is where it gets good. Lantrell Williams is committed to the custody of the Attorney General or his designated representative for confinement in a corrections facility separate to the extent practicable from persons awaiting or serving sentences or being held in custody pending trial. Lantrell Williams shall be afforded a reasonable opportunity for private consultation with defense counsel on order of a court of the United States or on request of an attorney for the government. The person in charge of the correction facility shall deliver the defendant to the United States Marshal for the purpose of an appearance in connection with a court proceeding in a corrections facility separate from persons awaiting or serving sentences. Now, what in all of the fucks? If the daddy is a rat, then listen, all I'm saying is this, right? There's no way Pooh Shiesty didn't know this about his pops at all. There is no way he didn't understand or know none of this happened. There's no way he missed this. There's no way he don't know this. There's just no way at all. And knowing these things, he took his father and his friends to commit a federal crime. His father, as a federal informant, oh shit. This ain't no state case. If this was state case, he wouldn't have to do none of that. They wouldn't give a fuck. The state, you can play. No, this is that shit said ongoing, and there's not a date on it that say when it'll stop. It's not a date on it that say when it'll stop. You pled guilty to 5 counts and didn't sit a day, and that's how. I ain't finna hold y'all no. Man, listen, it's over with. I'm gonna get back to y'all on some more, but I'm finna go. Like, give me a hype, shoot me a comment, man. Let me know if can y'all believe it? I'm gonna read the rest of this paperwork because I know it's some more, man. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you will know when I'm dropping, because I am finna be dropping. And man, listen. Hey Pooh, I'm finna come look at your paperwork too, shorty, cause I don't know. This a 5K one that you didn't know about. Separate facilities? Yeah, man. Hey, it's your boy Papa No Leon, man. I'm gone. Oh, don't forget, go stream anywhere you stream your music. Papa No Leon. I'm on all platforms. Album dropping soon, very soon. But my catalog right now is insane. Go check it out. This ain't no cap. Trust me, you guaranteed to hear something that you like. I'm gone.